Hi everyone. The present lesson is designed for Usman University Degree English Semester 2 students. How it feels to be colored, me, Zora Neale Hurston. So this lesson focuses on Hurston's famous autobiographical essay dealing with the race, identity, and individuality. So let's delve into the topic. Yeah. About Zora Neale Hurston, she was an African American writer. She was a black woman. She was a black writer, anthropologist. So, who is an anthropologist? The person who studies anthropology. So, anthropology studies humans and their customs, beliefs, and relationships. And she was also a folklorist. So, who is a folklorist? Is a professional scholar or researcher who studies, collects, and preserves folklore. So, they preserve stories, songs, material culture of groups. She was born in 1891, Alabama, and raised in Eatonville, Florida, America. She was associated with the Harlem Renaissance. So let's know about the term Harlem Renaissance. What is Harlem Renaissance? So Harlem Renaissance was an intellectual and cultural movement of African American music, dance, art, fashion, literature, theater, and politics centered in Harlem. Harlem is a name of a place, so this is called Harlem Renaissance. So this is in Manhattan, New York City. So this movement, Harlem Renaissance, was between 1920s and 1930s. So she was known for novels, short stories, essays, and folklore studies. So she was a major literary figure of the Harlem Renaissance, and her upbringing in Eatonville, Eatonville is uh, all black town. So there were no white people during that time. So the city is entirely occupied by blacks. So it's all an all black town. So let's see what are her major works. The popular work is Their Eyes Were Watching God. This, uh, this is her popular novel. Mules and Men. It's about folklore. Dust Tracks on a Road. This is an autobiography. Essays like How It Feels to Be Colored Me. So the present essay we are reading is How It Feels to Be Colored Me. Yeah. Background of the essay. So this was first published in The World Tomorrow, 1928. It was written during the Harlem Renaissance. So I have already discussed what is Harlem Renaissance. So this is Harlem Renaissance was an intellectual and cultural movement of African American music, dance, art, fashion, literature, and theater. So it was centered in the city Harlem in New York during 1920s and in between 1920s and 1930. So this was written in the year 1928. So written during the Harlem Renaissance. So this essay reflects Hurston's personal experiences. So in this essay, she writes about her personal experience. So her works celebrate black life, speech, culture, and individuality rather than focusing on only on suffering. So here she challenges traditional narratives of racial sorrow. So during her time, most of the black writers they write about their racial sorrow, their suffering, their slavery, and their past experiences. But uh, Zora Neale Hurston celebrates black life, black culture, black identity. So she challenged traditional narratives of her time. Introduction. Hurston begins by stating she is colored but not tragic. So let's try to know the term colored. What's the meaning of color? So colored is an offensive term historically used during the Jim Crow era to segregate and dehumanize black people. So it's a offensive term and it is considered a racial slur. So it is used for black people, nigger, black. These are all terms for uh, African American people. So in this essay, the opening lines immediately surprise the reader. Hurston rejects the idea that being black is something to be mourned. So she refuses to offer excuses or apologies. So the tone is confident, humorous, and assertive. Yeah, let's try to know the childhood experiences of Zora Neale Hurston in Eatonville. She was born in Eatonville. It's a world without racial awareness. And Eatonville was an all black town in Florida. So no whites lived in the town. All black, only black people live in the town Eatonville. So it is exclusively a colored town. So it's a little Negro town of Eatonville, Florida. So so there are no white people in the town. Huston grows up unaware of racial difference. So in her childhood, she never experienced a racial difference in Eatonville because all the people are blacks. Only black people live in the town Eatonville. So she never experienced and she was unaware of a racial difference of whites and blacks. So white people seen as visitors are tourists. So why southern whites pass through Eatonville rarely and calmly, while northern whites travel frequently and stop showing curiosity toward the black people. So you know that uh, there are in America there are northern states and southern states. So southern whites they passed through the through Eatonville, but northern whites traveled frequently through Eatonville. They stopped there and they showed curiosity toward the black people. They wanted to know the black people in Eatonville. So the front porch experience. Hurston enjoys watching tourists. So here, since we see Hurston's natural confidence and joy, here she does not feel inferior. Instead, she enjoys attention and interaction. So here, Hurston enjoys watching tourists. So northern tourists, when they stop there, Hurston talks to them. She sings and also she dances and she performs some uh, some kind of a dance called Paz Mi La. Paz Mi La. Paz Mi La is a type of dance popular with Southern African Americans of the time. So she sings, talks, and also dance the Paz Mi La. It's a kind of dance. So after watching her dance, northern tourists or northern white tourists, they give her silver coins. So she receives silver coins from northern whites. The color people never give her dimes. So she enjoys performing a dance and also she enjoys singing before them. Yeah, let's see the turning point in her life, Jacksonville. So she was born in Eatonville and she enjoyed there. She entertained northern whites who passed through the town, Negro town, Eatonville, and she receives uh, silver coins from northern whites for her dancing, for her singing, for her talking to northern white tourists. So here what happens? She, when she is 13, she is sent to school in Jacksonville. So that's why she has to leave the town Eatonville at age 13. Now she becomes aware of being colored in the new town Jacksonville. So this is a new experience to her. So here she experiences the racism. So she knows the racial differences in the new town. So moving to Jacksonville marks a major change in her life. So she realizes that race matters in the wider world, though she refuses to let it define her negatively. So she experiences racial difference for the first time in the town Jacksonville. Why she sent to Jacksonville? So there she joined school at age 13. So Hurston's attitude to race. So here Hurston criticizes what she calls the sobbing school of Negrohood. So she criticizes the people who always talks about their past and always talks about their slavery and their uh, problems and their oppression by the whites. Here, Zora Neale Hurston criticizes them. She calls them the sobbing school of Negrohood because she believes a life rewards strength and confidence. She believes in strength and self reliance, not self pity. So the racial sorrow makes them low, and racial sorrow, it's a problem to the black culture. So she says that she celebrates black culture, celebrates black identity. So slavery and the past. Slavery is a part of history, not present identity. So Austin views slavery as history that should not paralyze the present. So her metaphor of a race, a starting line emphasizes a forward movement. So she refuses to be burdened by ancestral pain. She asks black people to move on, to move in the present time and celebrate black identity. And she focuses on progress and opportunity. Feeling colored against a white background. So now she is in uh, Jacksonville, and here she feels her race most among white people. So she did not always feel colored, but she feels most colored when she is thrown against a sharp white background. So, for example, in Bernard College, so there were so many thousands of white persons. So there she feels her black race. So there she experienced a racial difference. So this is there. She uses a metaphor of a dog, a rock, in floating water. She calls herself a dark rock surged upon, overswept by a creamy sea. So George Club. So George is a music genre. So it's a, mixture of African American music and a European uh, musical structure. So here, when she feels restless. So Austin explains moments when she feels restless, especially while listening to jazz music. When she listens to jazz music, she feels she is a human. She is a universal human. She doesn't belong to any race. She has no race. Dear, she feels intense connection with music. So uh, here, the cosmic Zora. Sometimes she feels beyond race, and she identifies as a universal human being, and she belongs to no race or no time. So when she listens to jazz music, so it makes her raceless. Brown bag metaphor. So in the essay, Zora Neale Hurston uses uh, the brown bag as a metaphor. So people compare two bags of different colors, blue, yellow, red, so different colors of bags. So the famous metaphor suggests that all humans share similar experiences and values. All are equal. Skin color is only an outer covering. So on surface level, that is skin color. So the skin color is only an outer cover. So innate or inner, all are equal. So contents are similar despite outer color. So this is a symbol of human equality. So all human are equal. So there is no difference between whites and blacks. So here the author writer concludes in the essay with, here Austin celebrates individuality, and also she rejects victimhood and self-pity. So she says that black people feel that they are the victims of slavery. So Zora Neale Hurston rejects this victimhood. So she asks black people to celebrate black culture, black identity, black art. Okay, so she rejects self-pity. She believes in strength. She believes in individuality. She believes in self-respect. So she also criticizes the people uh, sobbing school of Negrohood. So who always speaks about their past, slavery, and their victimhood. So she advocates confidence and human unity, and she says that all are equal. She speaks about human equality in the essay.